Hey gang, this is Vicki Kelly with Golden Rule Trades. I wanted to talk to you about more than just the charts and graphs this weekend. I wanted to talk to you about something that nobody really likes, but it is the fact that there are just times when you should not trade. And the better and better that you get at your trading, the more and more you're going to honor those times when it just is not good for you or your system to be trading. We have one of those this weekend. This on Friday, we have quad witching. Quad witching is when everything expires, all the futures, the options, all of those things. Everybody all at once is having all of this price action that's moving around kind of erratically. And it's a really good time not to trade on Friday. Now, I just want to show you an example of the quad witching that we had this year. This one was in March. And as you can see, it worked. It's not that the morning method doesn't work. It's not that our energy lines don't work. They worked beautifully. However, can you, with your trading plan, actually trade it? Because if you can see, it came up and then came back almost 20 points, only to turn around, wiggle around a bit, and come back almost 25 points. Now, the stop that we use if we're in minis is 5 point, and if we're in micros, 10, but we never use a 20 and definitely not a 25-point stop. So through here, you would have gotten stopped out at least twice, maybe three times. And if you remember the morning method correctly, three times and you're out. And then finally, it would have given something that you might have been able to trade, except that you have this here, which was probably another 15-point stop out. So again, it's not that it didn't get where we thought it was going to go. It's that it didn't get there in a fashion that our trading plan could work with. And then finally, after we felt like we'd been beaten up, we got one that did go all the way to our target as well, and might have been able to make a couple points on this, but not till after getting stopped out two or three times here. And again, three times and you are out. Now, when I was growing up, we liked to listen to a song by Kenny Rogers called The Gambler. And if you are familiar with the lyrics, it was you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and know when to walk away. And quad witching is one of those times when you need to walk away. Here's June. Again, you look and say, well, it worked. Well, did it? So let's look at this. We had one setup that you could have taken right out of the gate. It looked like it was going to go higher. The market opens, you go long, only to have it come back and smack you right in the face. And then you think, oh, well, I read that wrong or something. So now this is the one I'll take. And you go short, only to have it come back again. And then you say, oh, well, okay, now it's reversed and you try again. This is your third attempt. And again, three strikes, you're out. So finally, it gave something that you could get a hold of, but you probably had already reached your three strikes by the time that happened. And it had one more setup that day, did not quite make it to the target level, but gave at least a little bit more, but only after you had gotten beat up here did it give anything that we would be able to work with. So this is why for quad witching, we don't just walk away, we run. Now, if you're anything like me, when I come up to days like this, where I know it's part of my trading plan that I do not trade on quad witching. So on Fridays like that, I know what's going to happen. If I turn on my computer and I bring up my charts, it's very likely that I'm going to want to trade. Either I get bored or it's maybe you feel like you have something that you have to prove. Well, she told me we shouldn't do it, but I'm going to prove you I can. And whatever it is that we get caught up in, we're tempted to go ahead and take those trades because, well, this will be the exception. Can I encourage you? Find someone to go to brunch with. take the grandkids out, go Christmas shopping with them, whatever it is that you want to do so that you're not tempted on days like this to do something silly just because you're bored or just because you feel compelled to trade that day. Do sim. Take somebody out for a nice lunch. Do something other than tempt yourself to blow up your account over a day that we already know doesn't fit our trading plan. We not only need to walk away from this, sometimes we just need to run if we know that we're going to be tempted to trade on a day like that. Now, this was September. This was the last one that we experienced. Again, as you can see, we drew our lines. It actually made it there. But this one was a doozy. It came clear down to this level here and all the way back, not only to this level, which we kind of expect sometimes it'll come clear back here, but it almost rocketed through even this line. And you would have seen nice big juicy green candle and think, oh, this is going to reverse, only to have it come back and just absolutely take your money from you. This is practically untradeable and certainly not this huge drawdown that you would have to take in order to survive this kind of a move. So again, on days like this, it's not that the energy lines won't work. They do. This one would have. Now, this one here would not have. It only got up to this level until it came back down. But why risk your account when you know that your probabilities are not in your favor on quad witching, which again is what we're going to experience on Friday. So know when to walk away, know when to run. And quad witching is that time to run. Now, I have developed something that can help you with days like this. I've developed a mini course so that you can have your own personal trading plan. It's a step-by-step course to help you complete that. It's designed to guide you through the questions that you need to ask yourself, because you don't want to be one of those traders that skipped this part. In fact, every professional trader I know has their own trading plan. As I've said many times before, the morning method has your strategies, it has your setups, it has your entries and exits, but you have to have your trading plan with your risk management, with your goals defined, with your logistics of what happens if the electricity goes out. You have to have those personal things that only you can put into your own trading plan. And with this, you will be able to have that in writing. You will have thought through that and started 2026 out in such a way that you are going to treat this like with the honor the business deserves, instead of just treating it like a hobby that you do on the weekends. This trading plan blueprint is going to take you step by step through what you need to write down as your plan. And it's high level, from goals and objectives and logistics to the nitty gritty of what does your entries look like? What market are you going to focus on? What is the trade management that you're going to use? We're going to walk through all of those things and more, because most people don't fail because they're bad traders, but it's the things like Friday, quad witching, that we just don't know when to stop. And we get caught up, and then we become emotional, and then we end up blowing up our accounts, and we think that the market just hates us, when really we just need a written plan that we can follow and stick to. I really believe that this can help you get the traction that you need to start 2026 with your goals in mind, with your strategy in mind, with all of these things written down. There's even a fill in the blank workbook that you can download in order to fill this out for yourself. And you could start 2026 knowing that you have these pieces in place and gain the traction that you need to have a great 2026. Now, Because this is just launching, you're going to be able to get it for $47. But once this is launched and once this is underway, the price will go up to $197. So I'm going to link you below to the page that will take you to explain what you're going to get. You'll be able to purchase it and know that you can start 2026 out the way that the professionals do with your very own trading plan blueprint. So make the smart move today. Get ready for the new year and ready to be a part of the world that says, I have my own plan. I follow my plan. I stick to it, and I'm a better trader because of it. So look for that link down below. Stay safe out there and good luck trading.